Welcome everybody, welcome to the second series of games here in the QuickShot tournament. I'm SuperBadJuju and I am here with the one, the only Grizzle Marine.
How's it going, everyone?
Hell yeah, and we're going to be seeing a game right here from JSMS versus Pocket Pounders. This is Pocket Pounders' first outing. Conjugates will be playing Monster for Pocket Pounders this game against the victorious JSMS, who just took down, whoops, maybe you haven't seen that part yet. Go back in the VOD if you're watching on YouTube right now. Anyway, why don't you tell us what's happening here?
Well, Pocket Pounders obviously is a team that, and you said yourself, they have got some very good players that you have noticed before, but I know JSMS very well. I know that their hunter play is very sort of top quality, so I'll be really interested to see if Conjugates can, you know, show up JSMS and try and see if he can do some damage. But these Reavers we're giving him some trouble, but he does appear he's taking them down. The problem is, although he's spending a lot of time feeding here, the hunters are closing in fast, so he's going to need to move.
Yeah, I hear those pings coming out, man, and let's have a look. Let's see where the hunters are and what they're doing. You know, LV, great trapper, always hanging deep, and as you can see, this is no exception. They're running straight down the middle, sending Gobi out as they go along. They're going to have to watch out for that wildlife that's going to continue to spawn, because wildlife is on high.
Definitely, and I just love LV's play with Crow. The thing is, he can hang back, because the beautiful thing with Crow is obviously you can send out Gobi, you can pretty much see when Gobi, you know, gives you the notification of where he is, and it just allows a lot. And already Dome has come down, probably got a little bit of maneuvering room here, and he's not.
He's got a phenomenal loop. He just needs to juke around if he wants to, and you can see he's going to utilize that sneak pounce to kind of bring the whole team to him. So as he loops around, they're going to continue to be isolated.
Definitely. I mean, he's still got a little bit away from stage 2, so he's going to have to get away and get those meats as quickly as possible. But again, this is QuickShot. It is high wildlife, so hopefully he shouldn't have a problem doing that. But as per usual, he's going to make sure that that first dome is a mitigation dome. He does not want to be taking any damage here. He's actually not wasting any time here. I mean, the problem is with mitigating, of course, is then all hunters, or like, you know, the medic and support, don't have to concentrate on healing and shielding, and they can purely just go for the damage. But then again,
and they
he's not doing too bad. Yeah,
they do have Rogue Val too, who's able to really, like, you know, hammer some damage out. There's a lot of wildlife in this dome though, which is probably really helping him as he evades. I mean, I see an Armadon, I see a pack of mammoth birds. You know, that's no joke.
I mean, I think it was doing damage both ways. I mean, a few mammoth birds came in there, but the stasis comes in, and the poison's going to be doing some damage as well from Rogue Val, because that's probably a wise move, especially since he's running. He still needs to get some armor on. He probably needs to get some armor on just to make sure that that poison do any damage to him. But actually, poison seems to have run off now anyway. So he's going to have to quickly move, try and get that armor and get to stage 2. But the problem is, because he's going to have to stop and get that armor quickly, they might get a dome down on him as he's staging up.
Look at that. They're still denying him food from way back there, man. LV got up on the high ground and is just keeping an eye on him. Looks like he finally did get his armor here. And in the end, he looks like he lost about 75% of a bar of health in that engagement and did not pick up any strikes back there. But he should be ready to evolve fairly shortly, I would guess.
I would have thought so as well. It looks like he's getting everything closer, but the thing is, because they denied him that food very, you know, as he was trying to get away, I would have said that Dome's probably really close on cooldown, and LV is hanging in the dark, hanging in the shadows, ready for him to come out, and he's just going to throw that dome as soon as he gets the great opportunity.
He's got it. He's in range. He's going to dome him. I think he's just waiting for a good place to do so, and I'd be surprised if he domes him in here, but, you know, maybe he will. I mean, on the flip side, that water can be, you know, you can use that to put the fire out, so he did end up going for it. This can be a tough spot for hunters.
Definitely. So LV managed to get that dome in the yoke. Problem is he again is at a similar situation where he can't really do much to the hunters because he just can't do that damage. I'd say this is apart from the big pillar in the middle, there isn't a lot of area where he can mitigate. I suppose there's a little bit, but it's going to be harder for him. So you know, Jesus coming in from the heavens, trying to kind of get some of that. Laser color down on him. Going to try and get through that health.
Definitely got smited right there, I'd say. And you know, he's got like a little bit of area to juke here. I'm surprised that he's staying in this corner here when there's not a lot of CC. He could easily be going back and forth across the map. But I guess he's trying to set up for a clean escape. Taking some massive damage there from those mortars from Torvald. He's got to be careful about those.
And again, you know, LV's continuously, it doesn't matter now because his armor's down, but LV would have been continuously chipping at his health with the kinetic long rifle. But anyway, he is away, and now it is important that he gets to stage 2. And that's one big disadvantage with QuickShot is, you know, it's a completely shorter game. So now he has actually narrowed his time down, the fact that he can get stage 2 after the first dome. So I'm sure JSMS are pretty comfortable with the fact that they managed to get a couple of domes on him as at stage.
They're 2 domes deep, 5 minutes into the game. You know, so he's going to need to hustle to make up time here and really get the job done. Let's have a look at perks and everything. His build was 1-1-1, typical Goliath mobility build. He did take movement speed. We're seeing a lot of that on this map. I guess I can understand why with the size of the map. Clip size capacity on Torvald, move speed on Rogue Val, jetpack on Hank, and I think that was, we'll go back and check, but let's see what we got for a build here. Another popular Goliath build, 2-2-1-1, 2 rock throw, 2 leap smash. What was the final one? Move speed on LV.
Fantastic. So he still hasn't gone for the. Actually, no, sorry, he has gone for the stage. I think we might have missed that. Let's see what point he actually put in there.
Probably 2-2-1-1.
Okay, so yeah, so the very classic build and quite a good one as well. Assuming he's going to probably, I mean, he knows the dome's coming. I think he's going to try and get as close as he can to stage 2. He's got a decent amount of armor. He's just going to get, sorry, not stage 2, stage 3. He's as close as he can to stage 3. LV is closing in. He knows he's going to get domed. He's going to find a good area to fight them.
You know what the nice thing about this is that, you know, he'll be able to get stage 3 fairly quickly. Like, it may take him a little while to get to stage 2 here, but with all the wildlife spawns that have happened, he'll be getting stage 3 very fast.
Yeah, he shouldn't have any problem now, and you know they are closing in. To be honest, I think that stage 2 engagement, as we've discussed before, is probably going to be wise here. He needs to start at least getting a few of those penalties, because otherwise, as we've seen from JSMS, they were able to handle I think it was Liar at the sort of a stage 3 sort of relay fight very easily, and he had pretty much all his health. So I think at this point now, Conjugates is going to really have to show himself and see what he can do.
Wow, I'm surprised they used the orbital to flush him out there instead of holding it. That was an interesting choice. You know what I mean? Usually see Hanks hang on to that. But I guess in their case, flushing him was important without them having to go to him. It set them up here to get some damage in.
Definitely, and considering the fact that Jesus has not got that option now, it's probably wise, which it looks like he's going to do, is to go straight in for Jesus. He does not have that to actually mitigate with. So, you know, heals are going to be coming. Well, heals aren't coming in the moment. Only getting the passive heal from Rogue Val. Jesus needs to go down. He has cloaked, so I think Conjugates has lost track of him. But as soon as Cloak does come back out, he's going to have nothing to hide himself from.
He got a little piece of him. He hit him. He knows where he is now. Took a big piece off him. Heals are coming out. Rock throw misses. Jumping in. Huge leap there. Fire comes down. Can he burn through? Overhead smash hits. He's down. Jesus is down, friends.
But at this point, I'd say run. Go for it, Conjugates. You don't need to continue on, and that's exactly what's going to do. He's got that penalty. QuickShot is important you get those penalties. And quite frankly, I still wouldn't go for that stage, you know, because he's not quite ready for that stage. I think get the armor back, get ready for stage 3, and go in for another stage 2 engagement, because if it's anything close to what he just had there, it's going to give him more of an advantage. He didn't lose much health, and you know, he wants to make it so that when he does stage up to get to stage 3, and JSMS do decide to actually go to that relay, that he's got, you know, a good advantage.
I agree with you 100%, man. I agree with you. Drag out stage 2 a little bit. I mean, he has a minute 46 on the clock. But if you can get another engagement, although it looks like they decided to go back to the relay because they know they have the advantage, or are they going to keep chasing?
Looks like LV is actually closing in, so I would have thought they are probably going to go for it until he stages. I'm just wondering whether Conjugates is going to go for that stage or not, though. I mean, he is ready to stage, but I think it's questionable as to whether he's going to or not.
Okay.
Looks like it looks like he's actually made that decision. So now JSMS are going to not go back to the relay, but move in while they know he's got low armor. So he's going to be going 3 rock, 3 leap, and 2 fire with 1 in charge. So they have a very classic setup.
Yeah, interesting choice here. And bear with me here. I'm just trying to check something real quick. Birds are coming out. I think that their best bet is to wait on the relay, but it looks like they really want to pressure him here.
Definitely. So I think at this point he definitely is going for the engagement. In fact, he's actually got quite a bit of armor now. So I would say that it is in Conjugate's favor as long as he plays this well. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to dome ever so quickly.
Wow.
I don't mind how they do it straight away.
Caster's curse.
Definitely.
You say it, they do it.
Say it happens as soon as it happens. But, you know, he's missing a lot of these abilities at the moment. Jesus knows that he's going to want him, so he's thought, okay, I'll go for LV then. He just needs to get those strikes, and then that's the main thing, because literally as soon as he runs again, I mean, Hunters are likely going to go set up by relay as soon as they got that
Orbital
damage
coming down, taking big pieces off him. He charges through it, trying to sacrifice a little bit of health to get Jesus down, but it doesn't pay off. Jesus is on fire. Got to be careful of that line of sight, but Conjugate's going in full mitigation mode now. I think he's starting to panic after taking that Orbital and all of those mortars.
But he tried to do a sort of little surprise leap smash there, but unfortunately it did not pay off. And Hunters are already all healed up. He's not in a good situation. He's trying to get that Mammoth Bird, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to. They're not going to give him the time of day to be able to eat that. Mortars are coming over the top. He's not quite getting it. Health is being depleted very quickly. Hunters are in full offensive mode. I think at this point, Conjugates just wants that dome down, and it has come down. Now, at this point, he's just going to need to go and get more armor, and then I would have thought JSMS are going to make the smart move and saying, okay, we got the damage we needed.
Nope.
I mean, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe they want more.
They're
I mean,
keeping the pressure up.
While they got line of sight of him, I would have thought that's not a bad idea, but I think now that they haven't got line of sight of him anymore, they know that if they just continue going in, he's just going to have more armor, so
yeah,
they might as well go for...
You know, they're just keeping the timer paused at this point. He's got a minute 11. You know, they go back to base. By the time it takes him to get to base, it'll probably be, you know, 40, 30 seconds in, and he's just going to be forced at that point to make this his last stand. So this engagement coming up is going to be the last engagement, win or lose.
Most definitely. So, what do you think Conjugates are going to have to do? I mean, it's quite clear what's going to happen. JSMS is going to set up by the relay. We've seen that they've played very well by the relay in the past. Having said that, Conjugates is ready, so I don't know if he's going to head straight to them, but I think they'll probably make it to the relay before he can perhaps intervene with what they're doing. So, to be honest, although Conjugates is in kind of a bad position here because JSMS are very, very powerful at defending the relay.
They are, and they got a great setup here,
drill.
which is a lot of difficulty for Goliath to really handle, having to go up and down there. Even the pipes up top can present problems of their own. And he's going to have to get in there and just annihilate Jesus and then really get LV down so he can't get stuck in the dome, and also so that those charge shots don't start coming through. This is another situation where those charge shots are really going to pay off.
Well, he gets a good rock throw down on Jesus.
Whoa!
Jesus deploys the orbital. He's going to take big chunks down on him, but Jesus literally escaped.
Oh!
What is this?
Jesus
escaped with his life, and...
Did you see him twirl in there? Like, do it.
Yeah, I know. What the hell? And that dome almost cut Goliath in half, but does allow him to escape. Now, at this point, I'd say get the armor up quick and go in for it. Really, really fast engagement before the dome cools down. But make sure it's just a quick engagement, because if you stay, Dome's going to finish cooling down and it's going to dome you.
But he's got 30 seconds on the clock, so I mean, I'd be surprised if he's going to be able to really get away to do anything, especially with the time, you know, burning down now.
That's something I completely forgot about. You're completely correct. He's gonna have to struggle. He's gonna have to come in straight away. He is being forced into the fight, going straight for Jesus. He knows that that's who he wants. Having said that, Jesus' cloak is probably not quite ready. So
great interception, eating that rock, stopping that from hitting Jesus.
Really good plays by Reich there, trying to stop, making sure that he keeps his team player up.
Now I don't know that rock. Oh, here comes the orbital. Is it gonna do anything? Looks like it's just on the edge of him. He does jump through it and take a little bit of damage. Knocks Jesus way out far, but I don't know if he sees where Jesus is right now. He's going to try and focus on Cerberus, bait Jesus into showing himself. The mortars are coming down. Damage comes in. Conjugate's taken down.